Hi guys, in this episode I will show you how to rebuild air suspension, I mean the air strut on the f4750i f01 f02 series, and this work is very simple. Only what do you need? You have to buy a Chinese or on eBay special kit for rebuilding air suspension. Kit is included this part. It is used from this BMW because I did this job already. This kit conclude O-rings and cap, and this cap, metal cap. And yeah, this job is very simple. As you can see, my air strut hold the air, it doesn't drop. After night it worked properly. Very big wrench, about like this, very big. I have two of them, and because you will need to unscrew very big bolt like that, and you don't have a lot of access. It isn't possible to do this job with wrench like this, because this bolt is tightened very hard, and yeah, you need to prepare the tools to do this job. Allen like this. Actually you need 18, and you need to prepare the torques.
Okay guys, let's begin the work. This is our repair kit. In this kit we have O-ring seals and also that part that we need to replace. I thought I had bad compressor and I replaced that. Of course it helped, but I didn't fix the main problem. And the main problem is the air strut, I mean the back. The strut didn't hold the air and the compressor ran during the drive. The air compressor shouldn't pump always, because it will die very soon. This is our brand new back. Of course it is not original, but the company gives 2 years warranty. Actually, we will keep our original strut. We will replace just the back. Also, we will replace O-ring seals and the cap. Okay guys, let's begin the work. The first step is to take off this pillow. You need to press one button and lift the pillow. After that you can take it off. This button is here. Then we need regular plastic tool for removing plastic trim and moldings, because this tool will not damage our speaker. Yeah, we need to put our tools between the gap and lift our grille up. Do the job carefully and slowly. Actually, these grills come off very easily. Yeah, after we took our grill, we need to unscrew the speakers. And the speaker are holding 4 screws. Yeah, to unscrew those bolts, you need to take 8mm socket. After you took the speaker off, you have to unplug the wire that is connected to the speaker. Under the speaker you can find soft pad. You can take the knife or do the hole with the hand. Do not tear this pad, you have to get only access to the 3 holes, and in those old holes you can find 3 screws, and those 3 screws are 13mm. Also you need small magnet, because it's very difficult to take off those screws with the finger. For the next step, you need to take off the locker. For the job you need 8mm socket, and also there are few screws with the 10mm socket. After you took the locker off, you can unscrew the air line. The screw is 10 mm. The airline on the right side is blue and on the left side is red. The airline doesn't tight very hard. It means when we will install the airline back, don't over tight. That's how the screw look like. Next you need to unscrew very big and thick bolt at the bottom. The strut has electric wire and you need to lose it. Be careful, don't break this wire. Grab the proper tools and open this box. And after that you can unplug the wire. Next job will under the car. Actually, you don't have a lot of access. First I tried to do this job with a lot of extension and impact gun. Unfortunately it didn't work and I thought about that I have a very big wrench. Usually I use this wrench to untie the bolt on the crankshaft. Yeah, I used a lot of different extension, I tried a lot of combination and only this combination worked. Yeah, I tried to do the job with thinner wrench and it did work because it was bending. Yeah, I did measurement. I'm not sure if you will see that, but I give you measurement. The extension with the wrench is 14 inches or 37 centimeters. I bought this extension and wrench in Harbor Freight. First I thought I will able to take off this air strut, and then I realized that I need to take off the brake caliper. Next we need flat screwdriver to take the caps off. There are two plastic caps, you need to take off them and you will get the access to the bolts. Then you need special bit. Unfortunately I don't know how do people call this bit in English. Yeah, next step, unscrew the two bolts. I am taking only the caliper off, I will not take the bracket. Okay, this is our bolt that holds the caliper. The next step is we need to take a very big flat screwdriver and put this flat screwdriver in the rotor. Actually this is very old method, but it always works and you don't need to buy special tool. After that you can pull the flat screwdriver and you will able to press brake cylinder. Then you can take off the bracket that holding braking pads. This bracket come off very easily. You can just push it and it will come off. Sometimes the flat screwdriver doesn't press the brake cylinder and you can grab the caliper and pull toward yourself. You will press the air cylinder. Actually you don't need to press too much because you don't replace brake pads. Actually rear brake caliper aren't heavy and you can hang it up on the brake line or you can use zip tie to hang the caliper. I forgot to mention one thing, you need to take off the wire that is connected to the braking pad. Yeah, you need to unplug the connector, be careful because you can break it. After all this job, you can take off the air strut. Yeah, actually it's very easy job. This strut will come off very easy. Yeah, and this is our old strut. Next I took new bag and compared with the old. Actually the quality of this new bag is very good, although it's a Chinese bag. Next I took small extension and began to tap the cap. Make sure that you are tapping this cap against the clockwise. Don't worry if you will scratch the cap, at the end you will install brand new one. After the cap moved, you can continue unscrew with the pliers. After you unscrew this cap, you will need special wrench and the torque to unscrew the nut. This nut is about 17 mm. At first I use impact gun, because this nut is good tighten. I will not completely unscrew this nut with the impact gun, I will just lose it a little bit. I will continue with the two wrenches. Don't lose this nut because you will need it later. Actually, it's not simple nut, it has special seal. After that I did small tap on the strut. Actually these taps shouldn't be very hard, because you can damage the thread. After that I moved this rubber up. Don't worry if you will damage this rubber, because you have brand new in your repair kit. Then I use WD-40 to lubricant, because I will separate the strut into pieces. WD-40 will help to separate easier. Then I use hammer to tap on the strut, because this WD-40 should come inside, and WD-40 will lubricant the rubber seals. I lubricant about 3-4 times and I tapped a little bit. I took an extension and began to tap on aluminium housing. The most important thing on this job is not to damage the strut themselves, and make sure that you are hitting aluminium housing. For this job you need second person, because one person will hit housing and the second will separate the strut. Next I was doing the pressure and another person was hitting the aluminium housing. We hit one side and another side. Be careful, don't damage the black strut. Of course it will take some time to take it off, but you will see it will come off. After 10 minutes hitting, it came off. Next I took brand new O-rings from my kit. First you need to take flat O-ring and push it on the bottom. The second O-ring is round. And after that the third will flat and the fourth will again round. These four O-rings are sealing the air. Next I took the grease and lubricant the O-rings. After lubrication I took brand new housing took a little bit time, but you have to find proper location. After finding proper position, the edge strut appeared at the top. The edge strut should come through the hole and appear at the top. And then you will able to screw the nut back. This nut has seal at the top, and don't mistake the nut position. After that, I tied the nut with the hand. After I tied with the hand, I used impact gun. I used big impact gun to tight the nut. I used third speed, but you can use torque wrench to tighten the nut. I don't know how much Newton meter this nut should be tightened. After I tied the nut, I used a brand new cap, and also in this kit you can find very thin O-rings. I compared the O-rings with the cap. Then I installed a brand new O-ring. I lubricate the O-ring and the thread. I screwed this cap back. Use pliers to do this job quicker. I tied with the pliers. I took small extension, the hammer, and began to type. I hit the cap until it stopped. You will feel it when it will stop. I turned the strut and began to typing another side. And I turned again a little bit and began to type. After I tied the cap, I began to push the rubber back. You should put the rubber back on. Then you need to install this valve. In some cases this valve is brand new in repair kit, but in my case I have to unscrew the old. But in my repair kit was small O-ring and I replaced with brand new. Then I lubricate the O-ring and the thread, and I screwed this valve back. First I screwed this valve with the finger until it stopped. Then I took pliers and tied this valve. The thread on the valve is 6 mm, it means you don't need to tie it very much. It's about 10 or 8 Newton meter. Then I put it on the floor and press hard on it. But before pressing you have to align the strut with the housing. I didn't show on video how I aligned it, but before reassembling I aligned. This valve should be right against the plastic box with electronic at the bottom. I thought the most difficult job was at the beginning. Actually, it was very difficult to install this air strut back. With the 3 screw at the top you have to get into the 3 holes. It takes about 20 minutes to get in. After I found proper location, I put wood pieces under the strut, or you can call a second person to help you. One person will screw the nut back and the second will hold it. I did this job by myself because I put wood piece under the edge strut, and also I use grease to hold the nut in the socket, because the nut will fall down from your nut and it will take a lot of time to screw the nuts back. Next you need to screw the big bolt back. Actually it was difficult first because my strut wasn't aligned properly. I tried to lift the edge strut up, I tried to screw it back, but it also didn't work. because the air strut wasn't aligned properly. And then I turned the strut around because the bolt wasn't straight. Actually, I didn't make video how it worked. At some point I thought that I will need to disassemble it again, and then I thought that I can install the bolt in the strut and turn around. Actually, I did this job under the car, and I didn't take the video because it is very hard to do it under the car. After I tied this bolt with all my strength, I replaced small gasket on the airline because it was very old and hard. Also, I took the grease and lubricant this small gasket. Then I screw the airline back to the valve. Also, very important thing, you don't need to tighten it very much because it should be about 10 Nm. Next, I install the caliper back. For installing the caliper back, you have to see another video, because brake system should be assembled properly. But of course, if you did this job before, you can do it by yourself. After you install everything back, after all installation you need to take off the jack stands and the lifter. After all installation, don't start the car. The car should go down on the wheel, and the O-rings in the strut will be pressed by the weight of the car. It is very important. If you will not do it, there will be air leak. And after the car is on the wheel, I start the car. And as you can see, it worked. I fixed this air suspension at home for a small amount of money. And I'm very happy about that, and I will do the second side also. Because it is 10-year-old suspension, it can break down when you aren't expecting that. One time I needed to drive to the hospital and this stupid suspension fell down. I was very disappointed about BMW. And in the next day I came to the car and I saw that the car didn't fall down, and I was very happy. Thanks guys for watching. Put the thumb up because I made a lot of video, and the next video will be about differential bushing replacement.